Nischelle Turner is the co-host of Entertainment Tonight, the world's #1 entertainment news magazine. She joined ET in 2014 and became co-host in 2021, making history as the first Black woman to hold the position. An 11-time Emmy Award winner, Nischelle was part of the Entertainment Tonight team honored with the Daytime Emmy Award for Outstanding Daytime Personality Daily in 2024 and 2025. She has interviewed some of the biggest names in entertainment and helped lead ET's coverage of the Grammy Awards, Golden Globes, and Academy Awards. Before ET, Nischelle was a correspondent and anchor for CNN and began her broadcast career in 1998. Her work has spanned breaking news, entertainment, and sports. She also covered Hurricane Katrina and its aftermath, earning multiple journalism awards. A proud Missouri native, Nischelle earned her bachelor's degree in journalism and broadcast news from the University of Missouri.
All right, let's jump in. First of all, hello, thank you, welcome.
Hi,
thank
guys.
You for joining us.
Thank y'all for having me.
I'm glad we talked a little bit before.
Yeah, I was going to say the interview started about 10 minutes ago already. Exactly.
We are so excited to have you. First of all, I want to shout out, I saw that you're from the South and you were like true Southern girl.
Listen.
University of Missouri.
Yep.
So I'm like, okay, this feels familiar. I'm not exactly from the South. But
I was going to say, where are you from?
Okay, so I'm from here, from SoCal.
Okay.
But my mom's from Ecuador, but my dad was born in Greenville, South Carolina.
Okay.
He was raised in Boston, but now that whole side of the family is pretty much in Georgia.
Yeah.
Like Atlanta.
So I was going to say, I was wondering where you're from because you were saying the South. So I wouldn't say, I'm a Southern girl, like I'm a country girl.
Country girl.
Like, so like country and Southern are kind of, they're similar but different. So I'm a Midwestern girl.
Okay.
But I'm country. I grew up on a farm. I'm country. I grew up loving country music my whole life. So
like real true country music?
Like,
or like
yeah.
Shania Twain. I don't know if that's...
Well, she is, but
I don't even know.
She's pop-ish.
That's who I like.
No, I grew up on like Hank Williams Jr., Charlie Pride, Alan Jackson.
I don't even know.
Like exactly.
So real country.
Yes, that's what I love. And so yes, in that respect, it's kind of the same thing. I'm not Southern, but I am country. Okay. But I lived in New Orleans for a long time. So, and that is my adopted home. So you can call me Southern if you want.
New Orleans is so great.
Yeah,
I just came back from there yesterday, and it's my happy place.
Yeah,
it is completely my happy place.
There's a really unique energy there.
Yes.
Best place in the world, best people in the world, best city in the world. There's no place like it. Ooh. And it's just because the people there are unmatched. Yeah. I mean, really, they're like the heart of everything. Yeah, and it's what I find is America's melting place. I mean, there's every culture and ethnicity and it's all just blended into one. And it's just such a unique place. And I mean, I would have lived there for the rest of my life if I didn't get a job offer here in Los Angeles. I never would have left New Orleans, ever.
Really?
Oh, no. I'd have been there. Anchoring the morning news on Fox 8. Never would have left.
Yeah, they have the best food.
Food there.
I was 20 pounds heavier too, honey. I look like Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yeah, I was going to say, I went for a weekend and gained 5 pounds.
Mm-hmm. I looked like a little chipmunk, but I was fat and happy. I did not care. I stopped at the drive-through daiquiri every day on the way home from work and had my little daiquiri and had my etouffee and my shrimp creole and my fried fish platters and everything, my meat pies, all of it every day. Just happy.
Do you think you'll ever go back and live there at some point?
I would. I 100% would. It's funny because I was thinking about it. My best friends are still there. My godkids live there. And I sold my place when I left. I left just a couple months before Hurricane Katrina. So I haven't lived there in a long time. I left there to move here to LA. But I kick myself every day for getting rid of my home. So I have actively, my girlfriends have been like, just buy another place here, buy a house here. So I've really been thinking about it lately, and I've actively been kind of peeking and looking and seeing like what's there. Maybe I could just buy a little place. So I have a place there when I come back. So I'm thinking about it because I could retire there. Like when I'm done with this stuff, there's a few places I could live, and New Orleans is definitely at the top of the list. So.
Oh my gosh, I don't think I've heard anyone talk about New Orleans like that. I know it's great and we all love it.
It's my love song. It's literally my favorite place on earth. I'm just happy. Yeah. I'm just happy there. Yeah. It's something about the place that it's like, I tell everybody, I lived there in my 20s. And so I say, I found my soul there. I fell in love for the first time there. I fell in love with live music there. I fell in love with food there. Like so many things about that city shaped the woman that I am today. So I'm just forever indebted to the love that city has for me and that I have for it. I just love it.
Food.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's 100%. It's my medicine. Like when I need it, that's where I go. Yeah.
I get that. I get that.
Yeah.
What brought you there originally?
A job.
Okay.
Like I've had like 7 different careers in one career, right? So I was a news anchor for 20 years before I ever did sports and then entertainment. And I got offered a news anchor job there when I was 23. And I turned it down twice because my mother said, you're going to live there and you're going to die because people get murdered there. You can't do it. And the news director at the Fox station there just kept saying, no, I think you would be really great here. And just come visit, just come here and visit. And I was like, no, I can't. He was like, just come visit. So finally I said, okay, I just want this man to leave me alone. So I'm going to go there and then say, no, thank you, like to his face. And the minute I got off the plane, I was like, ooh, something hit me like, this is where you're supposed to be. Instantly. And I was like, I remember the first meal I had there. They picked me up and took me to this restaurant called Arnold's, and I had trout almondine, and it was the most delicious. And I just it was just everything. And I was like, this place is magical. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I need to be here, but I need to be here. And I said yes, and I moved there and was there for 5 years. And like I said, I would have been there for the rest of my life if it wasn't, for Los Angeles. But it absolutely was where I needed to be and what I needed to do and the place that I needed to really change the course of my career too, because I worked with people there who then became executives here in Los Angeles and were like, you need to come join us here. And that just changed the trajectory of my career. So if I never would have went there, I don't know what would have happened.
Divine.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That's so special.
It actually sounds probably cooler than it actually was.
But it is in hindsight. I think maybe in the moment, it just was going with the flow.
But I go back and people there, it's been 22 years since I lived there, and I literally go back and it's still like, Nischelle Turner, Fox 8 News, hey baby, like it's it's once you're there and they love you forever, and so it's just it's the place.
How did your mom feel hearing that?
You know what? After I moved there and she came to visit, she got it. She understood, like, oh, okay. And New Orleans is one of those places too, though, that there's no half-stepping. You either love it or you don't. And there's my cousin lived there for a little bit while I was there, and she hated New Orleans. Like, she's like, it's dirty, it stinks, and I'm like, no, it does. Like, so either you can open your arms to all of its ills and be like, okay, or you just, it's not for you. And for some people, it's just not for them. But I would laugh because I'm like, I remember meeting Lil Wayne in the elevator, and he's like, hey, it's the news lady. Like, and I'm like, what up? Yeah, it is. Like, it's just random stuff. But those things would always happen, and the lingo there is so great, and there's something about a New Orleans man too, baby.
Yeah.
Who just look at you and say, hey, baby. Like, you're just like, hi. Hi. It just makes you feel girly because it's like they're men. Mm-hmm. They're just, man, they do stuff with their hands.
Yes.
They move slow and they just, it's good. Mm-hmm. It's real good.
I agree.
I get it. It's real good, yeah.
So then how was the transition when you came to LA?
Wild.
Both in professionally, but also personally.
Yeah, I mean, culturally, it's, LA is a completely different animal. And so it was just different. And professionally, you go to, by the time I got here, I knew the business. So it wasn't like I didn't know how to do my job. I did. But LA threw in this whole other kind of entertainment and celebrity factor that I never really dealt with before. Because in New Orleans, I was cops and courts, and I was a hard news anchor in cops and courts. Then I moved here to do this morning show, Good Day LA, where I had to just do everything and be a personality and deal with all of that. And so I remember the first day I got here to LA and I was on the air and I was doing this thing, and the anchor at the time, Steve Edwards, stopped me and he was like, hold on a second, in the middle of my report. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, who are you? And I'm like, huh? Who am I? And he was like, you're not the same person I met this morning. Like, you're acting totally different. because I kind of was in my, let me get into my newswoman voice, and I'm going to lean in and tell you right about what's happening out here. And I'm like, and he's like, no. So I just started laughing. And from then on, it was like, oh, just be yourself. So what I think I love so much about New Orleans, and it shaped me as like a woman that I am, I really learned to translate that person to who you see on television in Los Angeles, because I was kind of told, like, stop it, just be who you are, be yourself. And that is what I started to do here. And that is actually, I think, what made my career go to the next level, because I just learned how to be me on television, for good or for bad. And it's not always good, but what you see is what you get, pretty much. I think LA personally was much tougher for me. I think it took me, close to probably 2 years to really kind of find my village and find my people. It's hard to do that in Los Angeles because everybody's got a hustle. Everybody's got a story. Everybody knows somebody. Everybody's trying to do something. Everybody's one step away from the next big Oscar movie or whatever it is, And so personally that was tough because I'm also, I tell people I'm an introverted extrovert. Like, I'm an extrovert when I need to be, but I'm by nature introverted. And I'm by nature kind of like the person, if you come into a party, I might be at the party, but I'm in the room, like I'm in the cut, like chilling, looking at people. And after like 15 minutes, I'm ready to go. And so I'm not that girl by nature. So it's also hard to find, and I'm Midwestern. I'm the girl next door. Like I said, grew up on a farm. So I also am looking for people who are very authentic, and it's hard to find that here. I did find like my tribe, and I found people who I just fell head over heels in love with. And so they're, of course, my tribe to this day, 20 something years later, they're still my people. And so that was good because I didn't know if I would find that here. And so it was really tough. And then like in the interpersonal romantic part of it, it's absolutely obsolete. Doesn't happen. Can't happen. Dating is ridiculous. Boys are dumb. So that is like, it's just stupid. And so, yeah, that's still a struggle. So that ain't 22 years later, that's still some bullshit.
I'm crying.
That is so
Everyone
funny.
says that,
It's
though.
true.
I learned so
Everyone does say
much
that.
about dating in
It's
LA.
true. It's true.
What is it? I grew up in SoCal, so what is the difference with the dating in LA versus anywhere else?
I mean, like I said, everybody has a hustle. And so it just always feels that way.
Disingenuous.
Yeah. And I tell everybody, like, too, I'd never lived in a place where, like, I'm looking for a fella, like, my age, but, like, the fellas my age want girls that are 25. And I don't want a 70-year-old. Like, I don't want that. I had a 70-year-old ask me out, and he couldn't pronounce sushi. He was like, I'm going to take you to get some sushi. I'm like, no, you're not, sir.
Sushi.
You're not. You're not. In your double-breasted green suit and your toupee, you're not.
Oh,
like,
God.
I don't want that. And so, but that's like the options.
Yeah.
So it's
I'm
tough.
actually crying.
But it's tough. And it's true. So I'm like, I'm just not doing it because I'm not.
What do you do?
Child. Sit at home and watch
You gotta
Netflix.
find a Southern man.
Right.
Yeah.
Go to
Bring
New
him-
Orleans
yeah.
and try to
Find
find one in
someone
New
there.
Orleans.
Yeah,
Bring
yeah.
him here.
Bring him
Well,
here.
I have had long distance relationships because it's just here. I'm like, no, thank you. And I don't do the apps. I'm scared of the apps because I'm the type that I would attract the crazy. And so I'm like, no.
I don't think so. Okay, wait.
No.
I'm going to interject here. I know. I'm going to do it anyway. Because I was the person that was totally scared of the apps.
Okay.
I will say there hasn't been success. So
Well,
to that point, there hasn't been success long
right.
term. Like, I'm still single right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I was scared of the crazies too.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm only on one app, a single app.
See, but I have friends who have actually met people on
Yes,
apps,
yeah.
and they are
I've
very
met-
happy.
See, I
I've
meet
met a
everyone on
couple of
apps.
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
Every-
I don't come from that. Like,
Right.
I was like, no.
But
I'm not trying to put your business out, but did y'all meet on an app?
Yeah.
I didn't know y'all met on the app. He didn't tell me y'all met on the app. He didn't tell me that. So I didn't know.
Yeah, no, but I've
But I
had
knew he was on
apps.
the apps, but I didn't know that you guys met on the app.
Yeah, I've had them
Okay.
since I was like 20. Like I've been on
Have you?
I've been on Tinder since like I started dating. So
Really?
yeah.
Oh.
So I feel like it's so normal for
I
me
just
to be
got
on
on
the
an
apps.
app a couple years
See,
ago.
I can't.
And I have met a couple of great
Yeah, I mean, people,
who
listen.
weren't murderers.
Well, everyone
love
says-
that.
Right. But see, I would meet the murderer.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes,
That's
I
what
would.
I'm saying.
I
That's
would
what
meet-
I thought.
I would meet
And I
the
didn't,
murderer.
so you won't.
I-
Are you a Libra? What is
No.
this energy?
No, I'm not. I'm an Aquarius to my
Okay,
core.
you're your sign, though.
Aquarius,
I was
To my
Aquarius.
core. But a guy that I'm like dating,
Yes.
or I don't even know what we're doing. He's a Libra. So
Oh.
Libra and
Ah.
Aquarians, it's
You're
like
supposed to match, but Aquarians are a different air sign.
we're different. Period.
Yeah.
We're weirdos.
That's true.
I
Yes.
I own it. We're weird.
Yeah,
We're,
but in a great way.
yes,
because
we
we're
are the
creatives.
most. I don't give a you know what, but I do give a you know what
Oh my
people
God.
on earth.
That is exactly it.
It's really dumb.
Yeah, that is so
That
true.
is
It's
so
true.
funny.
So
It's
It's like
true.
it is.
sensitive.
Yes.
We are the.
Sensitive gangsters.
I do. That's what I call myself, a sensitive thug. That's exactly what I call myself, a
is
sensitive
so
thug.
funny.
Like I will thug it, and I can love you for the rest of your life and never speak to you again
Oh, me too, but I'm a Scorpio.
from afar. I'd be like, yeah, I love you, but
Stay over there.
That is
don't come over here. and you'll never hear from me
Well,
again.
it's great that you found your friend group though,
Yeah.
your soul tribe here. What advice do you have for that? It took me a really long time. I moved back from New York like a little under 2 years ago,
Mhm.
and I did not like it here. Even though I'm from here, I
Yeah.
didn't like it here until like 6 months ago.
Yeah, you just got to be patient. You really do. You have to be patient, and it's almost like they'll find you.
Mhm.
I mean, I connected with here are some girls that I actually went to college with that I wasn't friends with in college. We knew each other. We weren't enemies. Just, hey girl, how you doing? And I connected with them here like 20 something years later, and now we're all like sisters. It's my, like, we call it, well, my girlfriend calls it the Diva Village, like there. And it's like 3 of us and then a couple other girls that they've known that have now become like great friends of mine, and a couple of people that I worked with that I just like love with every, one of my friends, Bob, it's actually, he's also friends with your boyfriend, who's my friend. And like, he's like my longest steady man. He's gay, but he's my longest steady man relationship that ever, and he's just the greatest person on earth, just really the most divine person on earth, to the point where we both said, he said, if you want to have kids, I'll give you my sperm. Like,
Aw.
we were like, oh, we could have some, because he's Filipino. We'd have little Tiger Woods, some little Kimora Lee Simmons. They'd be so cute. Those babies would be adorable. But like, yeah, so like they just kind of find you and attract to you, and you have to let it happen in due time. And so I did. And I have a really great group of people. It's not a big group, but a really great group of people that I like trust implicitly. Your boyfriend is one of them too. He's my heart. I love that dude. And they just kind of find you. Yeah.
Yeah, I always think the good people find each other.
Yeah.
Like, I've lived in New York, Miami, LA, and everyone's like, people there suck in every single one of the cities. And it's like, not if you don't suck.
Right. Right. Exactly. Well, they do still suck, but you can weed them out.
Yeah, you can. They don't stick around, the ones who suck.
Because it's interesting. I lived in New York for a year and a half. I moved here, and then I moved to New York for a year and a half, and then came back. And I did not like living in New York
No.
at all. No.
The whole time.
Hated living, and I love visiting New York. I love New York, but I did not like living there. It was not for me
Because of the people?
Yeah, a lot of that. I'm a slow person by nature, and New York was like sensory overload for me. It was a lot. And I worked in the morning. I had to be at work at 6 a.m. So I wasn't about that nightlife. And I just also I was angry because I was living in a like 700 square foot apartment, like paying $5,000 a month. And like my neighbors had all these children and kids, and like, where do you keep them in this apartment? Where are y'all coming? It's like a clown car, like 10 people coming out. Where's the room in here? It was all, and I'd be mad every week because I had produce day and I only trusted Whole Foods. So I spent $90 on apples and pears, and I'd be pissed because I would like be coming home like, where did all this money go? And I only have 2 bags of apples. This is stupid. Like, I'd just be mad. Like, peanut butter was $7 a jar. I would be irritated.
Yeah.
It was so bad. And I don't trust the subway. I still have not ridden the subway to this day.
I hate the subway.
Will not do
I
it.
did get on.
Unless I go poor.
Don't ever do
taking
it.
cars or in cabs, you will never see me on the subway.
As it
Unless
should
I
be.
become one of the mole people who live there. You know there are people who live under there.
Oh.
It's the mole people.
They live there?
They live there.
I did it once
It's
and I never need to go again.
Go
is
and
so
check
funny.
out
Never
this
need to go again.
this piece on 2020 that Chris Cuomo did on the people that live under their mole.
What do you
people.
mean?
The
That's
mole
why it
people.
smells like that.
They live there.
It smells
I'm
like pee and there's rats. And I was
Yes.
like,
Oh my
who
God, they live
thought
with the
that
rats.
and it was because you went, I go because you're like, oh, you have to go
No,
experience the
I
subway.
never will.
And I knew that I didn't need to
You're like,
experience that.
You don't.
I knew.
I knew it.
You don't.
Went
Because
and I was like, I was right.
I would be the person that like crazy naked gangrene man would come
Exact-
right for
oh,
me.
yeah.
Exactly.
He would come right and sit.
Mhm.
No. No, I'm not. I never will. I tried to one day. One day, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And I started walking down the steps. I started having heart palpitations. I was like, no.
You're,
My
like, sweating.
producer was with me and she's like, come on, you can do it. I'm like, no, okay. I was like, okay. And she and I are standing like as far apart as you two are. And she's like convincing me to go. I'm like, okay. All of a sudden, this woman starts walking up the stairs, right? She walks right in between the middle of us, looks at me, and she starts doing the Thriller dance. She starts going like this in my face.
Not
and
the
I was
Thriller
like,
dance.
and I started running. I was, that's why I'm not taking a subway. I'm not doing it. Like literally. I'm not. So no, it's never happening.
So New
She
York-
literally was looking at me in the eye going. I was like, no. It's no.
Yeah.
I'm never doing it. No.
The weirdest stuff that's ever happened to me always was in New York.
See? That's why
Yeah.
I'm like, this is not, no, I'm not doing this. This
Yeah.
is crazy. This is crazy. Like, does nobody else see this? I was literally every day like, do y'all not see this stuff? Like, what is happening here? All of it's true. I wish it was not true, but it's
Yeah,
all
it's
true.
so true.
It's
No,
all
it
true.
is.
It's all true.
My co-parent is from New York. And when we were still together, we would go a lot. His house, he still had a house out there. And I was like, he would just be sending me by myself, like, oh, walk down the street to get that. And I was like,
No.
this is not, I'm not having the same experience that you're having.
Mm-mm.
You
No.
cannot send me alone.
Not at all.
I'm scared.
Y'all see the cute videos of, people singing in the subway. No, because I'd be the person, like the little rat that's carrying the pizza
No.
would be like with me. Or I'd be that person who's sleeping. The rat's like crawling up. No,
I saw a video of someone who sat in human poop on the
See?
subway.
That would be
I was
me.
like, oh.
That would
and
be
they
me.
had to go home like that the rest of the day.
That would be me. That would happen to me. So no.
So
It's just-
no public transportation.
Nope. I would be broke, but it's not ever happening unless I'm the mole people. And
Screaming.
that.
Oh my God.
It would just have to
Unless I'm
happen.
the mole people.
Seriously. If the only time you'll see me in there, you'd be like, oh, she's now lives with the mole people. She's there. But
She's one of them.
yep, she's there. She's with them. That's all I can do. That's all I can do.
Oh,
They
my God.
exist.
I hope my
I heard you're like, I didn't know this was going to go this way. I didn't either.
How did you find dating in New York?
I feel like that was a setup.
Honestly, I didn't go on one date in the year and a half.
Oh my
Really?
gosh.
Not one.
Okay. I thought it was going to be that you just had bad experiences.
No.
But you didn't even entertain it.
Because they would end up being crazy gangrene man.
Yeah.
I never got asked out when I was in New York.
Really?
No.
But you probably weren't.
But again, like
Out,
I said,
'cause
I
you
didn't.
said you didn't go out at
I
night.
worked at 6:00 in the
Yeah.
morning. I didn't do anything. I didn't know anyone, and I wasn't like in
And
the
you don't do the
mix.
apps.
And so I wasn't in the mix. So I didn't go. Like I did not go on one date in that year and a half
Yeah.
that I lived there.
So New York did nothing.
And I
for you.
moved there during the polar vortex, so nobody was doing
Oh,
anything because it was
no.
15 below. So nothing was
Wow.
nothing was happening. I was just sitting in my 700 square foot apartment, my box,
Just
like
cramped.
doing nothing, right? Cramped, just
Going to Whole
mad,
Foods.
mad and cramped with apples and pears. That's all it was, and $7 peanut butter. Like, that's all it was. It was
Oh my God. I don't even know how to
funny.
segue from this. We got to talk about you being a correspondent here on Entertainment Tonight, being the first Black woman, the first Black host.
Yeah.
And then I personally want to know, because Oprah congratulated you and sent you that massive bouquet.
She did.
How was that?
You know, she is so lovely, and I still think about this a lot. Because I've been in Entertainment Tonight for 12 years. I've been the host for 5 years. And I will say when Nancy O'Dell left E.T., I never thought that I would be named host. I actually had been told by previous regimes, not the people who are there now, that I would never be the host.
Oh, really?
Tonight.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I never thought it would happen. Number one, because the other co-host is a Black man, Kevin Frazier. And so I was like, there ain't no way they're going to have 2 Black people on here. It's just not happening. And so I just didn't really think it would happen, but I also knew 100% that I deserved it. I knew that I was the best person for the job. I knew that I would put myself up against anybody that they would even think about bringing in there. I knew that. And I knew that inherently. So for me, it was just, I really, it didn't happen for a long time. I mean, it took them, after Nancy left, took them a couple years before they named me co-host. And they would say, oh, we don't know. We're thinking about we don't know what we're going to do, or maybe we won't do anything. So it got into a point where I was basically doing the job every day. They hadn't given me the title, the check, none of it. And so I got into a point where I was having a contract renegotiation, and I really had to sit with myself and say, okay, Nischelle, this may not happen for you. This is not going to happen for you. What are you going to do? And I decided I was just going to let it go. I was going to stop thinking about it. I was going to stop worrying about it. I was just going to surrender to whatever was going to happen in my life. And I said, okay, well, apparently I'm not going to build my castle over here. So where else am I going to do it? So I said, you know what? I'm going to re-sign just a small deal here, and I'm going to concentrate my efforts elsewhere and just leave this where it is and realize that not everything is for you and not everybody sees you the way you see yourself. And so that's it. I mourned it, I cried about it, and I left it. Right after that, I got another show that I became a producer on at CBS. I got a renovation show, and it was the first time I was a producer on a network show, and I was hosting it and producing it, and all that stuff was great. So I was like, y'all take y'all little thing over here. I'm gonna work hard at this and see what I can make this. And I was doing that. I was still doing the job at ET, but I had really left it alone because it was hurting me to the point where I was like, why don't they see what I know I can do and who I can be? And, you think about there's so many other factors around it. So I just said I had to leave it, and I did. I really remember crying about it and leaving it and just saying, all right, Lord, this is yours. My mother, my whole life has told me that God only has 3 answers. Yes, not yet, and I've got something better. So I really tapped into that, and I said, all right, God, this is I thought it was I've got something better. And I said, I'm gonna leave it with you, and I'm gonna go, and I'm just done. And literally I was shooting, it was about a month and a half after I had that conversation with myself, and I was in Philadelphia shooting my renovation show. I was standing on South Street with Eve because I was doing an episode with her. We were renovating her mother's home in Philadelphia. And we were standing on the street. I was eating a cheesesteak with Eve, and I got a call from my agent, and my agent's like, hi, we just got a call from Entertainment Tonight. They want to offer you the host job. And I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, they want you to be the host of the show. And I was like, and I just started crying. And Eve thought somebody had done something to me. So she's like, what? What's going on? And I'm like, no. And I'm like hyperventilating, crying. I'm like, it's good. And so it happened for me when I had left it, when I had really surrendered to it. I was not thinking about it at all. I had left it alone. I just didn't care anymore about the outcome of it. The outcome was going to be whatever it was going to be. And I actually thought that the outcome was, it's not for you. So I just left it alone. And then it came to me. And it came to me like in a big way. And from that, I will say, I had seen Oprah about maybe like 2 months before. And I was doing a shoot with her and Gail on they did this cruise, like this best friends cruise, and I had gone on it.
On there.
Really? Well, I was there covering it. Mm-hmm. And I was interviewing her and Oprah, her and Gail. And afterwards, Oprah pulled me aside and she was like, I just wanted to tell you something. And I said, what's that? And she said, I see you. And I was like, huh? And she said, I see you. She said, I see you shining. I see it. And I was like, okay. And she goes, no, I'm telling you, I see it. I see you. I see you, what you're doing. I see you shining. I see the light. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, thank you. And at the time I didn't know, but it was a full circle moment for me too, because, so that was 2021, like 2020, 2021, something like that. And like a decade before, Oprah on her network was starting to like put shows together. She had just started the network and she was going to be doing a talk show called Best Life Now. And I actually got picked to be one of the hosts of that talk show, myself and 4 other women. And it was a View style show. And 2 weeks before we were supposed to shoot that show, she stepped in and decided she had too many talk shows, because at that time she had just signed Rosie O'Donnell back to come back and do her show on OWN. Gail was doing like a radio show hybrid talk show on OWN, and she thought, I'm going to have too many talk shows. So she decided not to go forward with our talk show. So I always thought I would work with her. I always thought that she would be in my orbit somehow. She was my boss for a short time for that. And so I was always like, what's happening? So when she pulled me aside and was like, I see you, you know, you're shining, I thought, oh, maybe this is what this is supposed to be. Maybe she's not supposed to be my boss, but she does know my name, and she sees who I am, and she sees like what I can do. And maybe she's not supposed to be my boss, but maybe she's supposed to be in my orbit this way as somebody who, you know, is the motivating factor for that. So when I got named the host, I got this huge like bouquet of flowers, and immediately when they called me, they're like, you have some flowers. I'm like, oh, okay, well they can bring them. They're like, no, we can't bring them up. No. And I was like, what do you mean? They're like, no, you got to go down. And so I walked down, and the minute they opened the truck, I didn't even see the card yet. I knew they were from her. Aww. And it took 4 men to carry these flowers up to my office. They had to get like a dolly. It was crazy. Like I could sit underneath. They were so big. I was sitting underneath them looking up at the flowers. Like I think she just called the place and said, put every flower you have in the bouquet. And send it over there. But they were the most beautiful thing. And she wrote a gorgeous note. And it was, you know, basically her hearkening back to like, I remember that moment I told you, Aww. I see you. And I see you're shining. I see the light. And this is the moment for that. And, you know, and she was just like, stop and smell these roses, literally and figuratively. And so it was great. And then, you know, actually ended up doing a Zoom with her and Gail after. And she just was like, I just want to tell you, I'm so proud of you. And like, this is history. You know, you're making history being the first Black woman to ever host this show in the 5 years of existence of this show. And so, yeah, it was just really wonderful and special. And I never take it for granted. I think about the situation that I'm in right now, and I know that there are little girls who look like me who are taking what I'm doing right now and using that as a motivational tool, just like I did with Oprah and Carol Simpson and Ed Bradley and, all of the women, the Robin Roberts, the Tamron Halls, the, Arthel Neville's, all the people that came before me that I take from and stand on their shoulders. Like, I know there are little girls who are trying to do that for me. So it's very, very special for me. And I don't take any of it for granted. Because if you look at my life, I should be a statistic. I was born poor, Black, a woman in a single parent home in a rural part of the country. I should be a statistic right now, and I'm not. So, yeah.
It makes me want to cry.
It's true.
I was going to ask if you do. Clearly, you just answered the question, but I was going to ask you: do you feel the impact and the responsibility, and have the understanding of what that means to be one of the to be the first in that role and to be breaking glass ceilings still?
Oh, I think about it every single day. I think about it every single day in the choices that I make, in the way that I present myself. I always want to be authentically me, and I always will be authentically me. But I'm not dumb enough to think that there is a bigger responsibility than just Nischelle Turner being the host of Entertainment Tonight. I am first and foremost always a Black woman, first and foremost, without a doubt. So for me, it is imperative that I work twice as hard, that I make sure my I's are dotted and my T's are crossed, because I don't ever want it to be a situation where there won't be the opportunity for there to be another, right? And I think we know that as women of color, we do have to present differently. We do have to work harder to get half as much. We do have to be the best of the best of the best of the best of the best to even be considered good, right? And so all of those things they're not lost on me ever. And I was always taught, like, this is who you are, and you do represent, and you have to represent, and you have to think globally. You have to think bigger than what you are. My grandmother would say to me too, like, always dream bigger than your surroundings. Always dream bigger than that. And so I always have. But I've always felt as well like I belong in every single space that I'm in. And not because I've ever been given anything, because I haven't ever been given anything. Like, I know I've never walked through this world with a safety net, ever. And so for me, I'm always like, oh, okay, let me see. So if I got to go from here to here, what do I have to do? And I look and I study it and I think about it. And for me, it's always being the most prepared, in the office first, last one to leave. There's a saying in baseball. My mother is a huge baseball fan, so I fell in love with baseball early. There's a saying in baseball called the 5-tool player. And so I've always patterned myself to be like the 5-tool player of this business. And that's, in baseball, it's the player who can do it all. You run, hit, field, you do all of the things, and you do them all well, right? And so for me, I was always like, I want to be the 5-tool player of this industry. I want to be able to do everything, because I want to be the first one hired and the last one fired. And I don't want to give anybody the opportunity to say, no, she's not this. And if they're saying it, it's not because of what I can do. It's not because of how good I am. It's not because of how prepared I was. It's because of something else that we know can't be changed. And so that's just how I've always approached it. It always, because I also I come from a very proud Black family who is unapologetically who they are. But it's a blue collar working family, but unapologetically of knowing who you are and how you show up in this world. And it is how it is. There's a double standard a lot of times in this world. And also then to be a woman on top of it all, there's like you behind the 8 ball from the jump. So don't ever think that you're not. Don't ever think that you don't have to like work your ass off all the time. Like, and there are people who, they were bringing people in sometimes to audition for ET, and I'd be like, what's your background? They're like, oh, I read the announcements in high school. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? I got a 20-year career, 25-year career here, and you read the announcements in high school, and you coming in here to audition? I'm like, baby, listen. So, like, none of that is lost on me. And I don't have any problem like talking about that. It's not anything that I've never spoken about before. And I mean, the people that I work with understand it and know who I am, and they know where I stand on it. And they also respect me because they know I'm going to work my ass off always and forever. So, in a roundabout way of saying, in a very long-winded way.
A lot. And I'm glad that you said it out loud, and I'm glad that they respect it and that they see it and they see you. And
but if they didn't okay.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm glad that you have that too,
Right.
that mental fortitude. You're
Right.
like, okay.
And
that's
listen, I've
your
worked
bad
with
if you don't
people.
see it.
I've worked with people that may not have understood it before. I'm very thankful that I do work with a group of people now, and I do have bosses now that I work with that really are in tune with who I am, and also with a viewpoint of the world and how what people consume on television, how it should look, and respect my voice as being part of shaping what we consume, because that is also important to me. It's not just presenting me as a Black woman on this show front facing, but it's also having a voice and power to shape what our show looks like, that it also looks like the world, and that we have an input on, hey, why don't we cover this person? What do you know? Have you ever heard of this person? Well, why don't we take a look at what they're doing? And this is actually important. And listen, your timeline may not, reflect this, but mine is filled with this. And mine is also important. And the people, my timeline may not look like yours, but the people that I interact with are also viewers of this show. So this is also important. So always having input with that to also shape the way things look as a whole is very important. It's very important. So.
Have you always been so confident and sure of yourself?
No. Imposter syndrome is a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real thing. Like I grew up an only child, and so I've always been very independent because I've had to be. Like, had to play by myself, figure stuff out by myself. It was just, me living in the country too. It was like I just played outside all the time, would make, plays and things, and just by myself. So I've always been very independent. But I gave the commencement address at the University of Missouri last year, and I was telling them this during the speech, because it's true, I almost talked myself out of doing it because I was so scared. I felt like, I don't know if I've even done enough to give these kids advice, and this is dumb, and they're going to find out I'm an idiot, and I don't even know what's happening here. And so literally I had psyched myself up so much because I thought, I don't know. I don't know if I should do this. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I'm smart enough to give a commencement speech to these kids. I don't know. And so, no, I'm not always confident, but I have really been diligent in learning how to self-soothe and learning how to sit with being uncomfortable and not being confident and coming out the other side of it. But it hits a lot. Like next week I'm going to, and I actually haven't even talked about this, but next week I'm going to fill in for Gayle King for the week and anchoring the CBS Morning News. And that's a big deal. And I'm so excited, but I'm scared shitless. Because I was a news anchor for a really long time, but I haven't done it for a long time. And that's like the top of the heap. And I'm like, oh my God, like, what if I'm dumb? What if I'm not smart enough? And so I'm kind of going through that right now. Yeah. I'm definitely going through this. Am I good enough to do this? Can I do this? Like, what if I get on this and I call this man, and I got to do something with Bibi Netanyahu and I call him the wrong name, or I'm like, just, I don't know, what if something breaks? What if a deal with Iran breaks and I don't know what's happening? Like, there's all these things that I'm freaking out about, but I'm like trying to really work through it to come out of the other side, because it's a big deal and it's a big opportunity, and it's something that I've wanted to do for a really long time. And it's like, oh, you wanted it. God's like, girl, you've been talking to me about this forever. Now I'm giving it to you and you want to act a fool. Really? Really? You've been praying about this, you've been having specific prayers, you've been on my nerves every time you like, God, yes. And so now I'm like, okay, girl, here, shut up. And now I want to be like, but I don't know if I can do it. So it definitely happens. It definitely happens. And you just kind of have to take a deep breath, keep telling yourself, you got this, you good, you Jackie Turner's child, it's going to be all good. And jump in with both feet. It is scary though. And so I'm 51. I don't know that I'm ever gonna completely get over that. But I will say the moniker "it gets greater later" is definitely true, because the stuff didn't really start happening for me till I was like 45, 46 years old, which doesn't really happen for women of our age. We're usually put out to pasture, at this age. But now I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm supposed to start rocking and rolling now. I better get with it. I better get with it and get over this imposter syndrome stuff, because it's going to happen, and it's happening, and it's what I've wanted, what I've been praying for, what I've been working towards for 30 years. So here we go. Okay, here we go. Time to put up or shut up. Let's go.
Exactly. I just remember someone who read announcements is moving in these rooms with the same confidence.
I read the announcements in high school. That's another true story.
I'm excited for you.
Well, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I keep telling myself that.
Yeah, once you get there, you're gonna just.
I mean, listen, I know how to do live TV. I know how to do television. That's the trump card for me, is that I know how to do this job. Even though that's scary. Yes, I know how to do this job. I'm not like a first time. I didn't read the announcements in high school. I know how to do this job.
From like the top journalist school also.
Right. I did get a degree. I do know how to do this. Right. It is happening. I have worked in many markets. I can do it. So yeah, but confidence is it's fleeting sometimes. It's fleeting, but I get better at it. Like I said, I think really in my mid 40s, I started to kind of be like, okay, all right, you can do this. You've been in this game long enough. You can do this, but it doesn't always just stay easy. It doesn't stay easy, because I'm still like, oh God, okay, well, what if I walk in there and they think I'm an idiot, or what if I freeze, or what happens, or No
one.
Yeah.
It's impossible to do that about you.
Fiona was just looking at me while you were saying that, because downstairs in the dressing room, I was like, I just completely forget how to speak English when I'm hosting the show and talking to people. I'm like, I hope I can make sentences today.
But that happens too. Listen, that happens. I tell myself all that, and I start laughing. I'm like, y'all, if I could talk, I would be half dangerous, right? And because sometimes I learned this too about myself and in this business, like showing how the sausage is made is actually the best part of it. Like if you're not perfect, that even makes you more relatable to people, because they're not perfect either. Mm-hmm. They're really not. So if you screw up something or you mispronounce, or like, now I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I get it. Okay, all right, yeah, I screwed that up. Let's try that again. And it just kind of is the way it is, and people will laugh at you and keep going. Yeah.
I was so happy when you were talking about that.
Yeah.
Like, this just happened.
It's true.
It just happened.
Minutes before.
I was like, I'm never more dumb than when I'm trying to talk on camera.
I say that all the time. I'm like, did that even make sense? Does anybody know if that made sense? And they're like, yes, Nischelle. Okay, great. Thanks. Right.
Yeah, we should start asking. Antar, did that sound good?
I was sitting after she did ask, and she's like, is it riveting?
That's
Is it riveting?
Why do you think that is? What happens?
I don't know. I feel like my brain just stops moving quickly.
Well, then, you know what? Then slow down.
That's good advice.
Yeah, then slow down with your brain.
Yeah.
Because most of us talk too damn much too quick anyway.
Yeah.
And
I do feel like you're the pivot queen. You did journalism, is where you were rooted in that. Then you went to sports, then or maybe it was entertainment and then sports. No, sports and then entertainment. Right?
Yeah.
And then you were the main character in a Lifetime movie.
Girl,
like,
okay.
Wow. How do you have the time?
Okay, Kristen.
But also,
I don't know.
Those are two different worlds.
That was dumb, but
it wasn't. I watched it.
Dumb in a good way. Dumb in the best way, because it was like, is this really happening?
And then you covered yourself on the movie.
I did.
She did a segment, and it was her talking about her.
It is.
I was like,
I love.
You were right. You were honest earlier when you said you got to do everything and do it well.
You did well. I also, along with saying I wanted to be a 5-tool player in this business, I also told myself early on I would always work from a place of yes.
We had way too much to talk about for one episode, so Nischelle's story continues in part 2. Michelle Obama, Janet Jackson, and 2 first encounters she'll probably never live down. You definitely want to come back for this one.
If you enjoyed today's conversation, be sure to follow or subscribe to the Becoming Club wherever you listen. And if you enjoyed this episode, please share it with someone who's on their own journey of becoming. We'll see you in the next episode.